The truck's name is Tetanus. That's what the license plate says.
Welcome back to Christina's Garage, Gearhead in Training. I am at Holley's LS Fest West in Las Vegas at the Motor Speedway. I just got checked in, got my media pass. I'm all official. I got my vest and my little wristband. Today is check-in day, so everybody is, let's see if I can show you a little bit behind me. Everybody is getting their vehicles set up. It's not open to the public yet. It's a perfect opportunity for me to get a lay of the land and figure out where the heck I'm going to be going. I am so excited. Let's check it out. I found this BTEC Performance bus. Let's see if Cameron's here. I'm going to walk around up front. They're just getting set up. I'll definitely interview them later. It's such a neat, this was actually I don't know if it's the same exact truck. When I first met them a couple years ago, they had this set up at the Good Guys show in Pleasanton. I just met Paul, Jared, and Jeff over at the Speed Tech booth. Everybody's setting up today. I'm probably not gonna get any interviews today, which is totally fine. I'm setting them up for later. I'm definitely gonna come back and to interview Paul and Jared, maybe set up some future travel to do some more behind the scenes with some other companies. Dude, I am so filled with gratitude right now. I am on the verge of tears because I can't believe that I'm here. If you guys are watching this and you're telling yourself, man, I wish I was there, don't count yourself out. 6 months ago, I wouldn't have thought this was possible. Make sure to shoot your shot. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox here and walk around a little bit more. I'll show you a little bit more of the pre-setup. It's a little bit warm today too. Luckily, I did not wear sleeves because sleeves are not very fun when it's hot. I found a map that's gonna be easier for you guys to see. They have one on the website. This one's just obviously easier because it's here. I came in here, this is where I checked in for the media. The normal entrance, I believe, is down pedestrian tunnel over here in this area. I walked through the parking lot and then came over here. This is where the Speed Tech and I'm gonna go by the Summit booth later because the Summit booth is there. And then autocross drift course. I'm pretty sure this is it because of all of the cones. I believe that's the autocross. And then across the way, that's where the vendors are gonna be. And then off-road pits. And then back that direction, I'm gonna walk over there a little bit later. They have an off-road course. They have drag pits. I'm looking at the thing while I'm saying it. Off-road course, drag pits, autocross, more drag pits, and drifting too. That would be really fun. I've never seen any of that. I've only seen a little bit of autocross, and yeah, I'm gonna be seeing so much that I have never seen before. I found the Granatelli Motorsport, what do you wanna call it? It's going to be the future booth. I did see their car driving up and down. I just haven't actually seen them yet. I'll come back, and Jojo said he should be here by the end of the day and maybe I can interview him. They should be completely set up by tonight. This is the other side. I just showed you I was over on that side of the autocross. Now I walked around and there's more booths set up on this side, and then looks like the Holley truck is over there. It'd be cool to see if I can get another interview with them and learn some more about LS. Oh, that's cool. I'm here with Jason. I was walking by and I always stop and talk to people when I see patina. It's something that it's very beautiful. I would love for you to share the backstory of where did you get the truck and what brings you here to Holley LS Fest West?
Well, the truck originally came from Texas. It's an old school farm truck. I have actually all the pictures of it when it was not the way it is now, the build or whatnot. And I actually purchased it from a gentleman in Texas. A lot of the work was done out here by a local shop, Desert Valley Motorsports. A good friend of mine, Daniel Fischetti, he owns the shop. He knew what my design ideas were, and then I kind of let him go crazy, with his suggestions. And this is what we ended up with. And as far as I'm a local to Las Vegas, so this is a show I've been to this would be the third one that I've been to.
With this truck?
No, this is this would be the second one with this truck, but I just had it in the show and shine area over there, and that was actually right after we got done with the last bit of work on it. I believe we brought it right here to the show, also with another vehicle of mine. So it was just it was a last minute thing and whatnot. So it was blazing hot out, so there wasn't that many people at the show, to be honest with you.
You weren't bummed out.
No, I wasn't bummed out. I mean, the shows are always great. You meet great people. You learn a lot of stuff. You get to talk to these guys that manufacture the stuff that make your vehicle go. So that's the big thing of it.
And what type of racing does it do, or do you do with it?
It's not. It's specifically just a street show vehicle. It's only running about 6 pounds of boost. The truck is very light, so I mean that's 500 horsepower at the crank, 4 something at the wheels, and I mean you're all over the place with that. I mean, like I said, the truck doesn't weigh anything, so you're 2 seconds away from killing yourself if you want to do anything more crazy about it.
So get a little squirrely.
Yeah. It's not set up for race in any way. Just it's a cruiser. It's so fun to drive. Power steering, air conditioning. What more could you ask? And then the balls to move if it needs to. And
you said you go to some of the Cars and Coffee that are local here in Las Vegas.
Yeah. We have a big showdown on Eastern and Richmar. That's a huge car. About 300 cars show up. It's all different cars. From Lamborghinis to Cobras to cars not finished yet. It's just a variety of vehicles, and you get to talk to a lot of people, the process that they went through. Same thing, basically what you're doing, is just not recording it.
That's really cool. And so if anybody's interested in running into you, go to some of the local car shows.
Yeah. That's everybody knows about that one. That's probably the biggest one, and that happens every Saturday. So it's not it's anybody that's in Vegas pretty much knows about it. It's in the car scene.
Cool.
The truck's name is Tetanus. That's what the license plate says. So as you can see, you can catch tetanus from it.
if you want to see tetanus in Las Vegas, go to the local car shows. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Bobby with Psi Conversion.
Yep.
I'm working on getting everything.
You're good.
So what exactly do you guys do?
So the main thing that we do is manufacture wiring harnesses for LS engine swaps. So Jason's one of our customers, and what we do is when we're going out to the shows, we'll contact our local customer base. So we were able to hit up Jason, say, hey, we saw you were a customer in the area. We saw how awesome his build was, and we wanted to come out and represent some of our local guys and feature them in our booths. So we love reaching out to our customers and trying to give them some spotlight and allow them to enjoy their vehicle to the next level, enable them to make the right decisions for some of the performance parts they get. Main thing we do, again, wiring harnesses, getting your engine controller set up, selling the Holley products as well, just like Terminator and Dominator, so the standalone options to allow these motors to run into anything that you can imagine. So, our catchphrase is wired up and fired up. It's supposed to be a simple 1-2 step process, so anything you need, you call us, the car guys, and we'll help you get to your goal.
And it seems like it's good for a variety of different, he says this is like a cruiser for him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You guys do more for the different type of racing.
Absolutely.
As well.
So anything that's going to be a cruiser to, we have some big wheel cars that we're featuring in the booth this weekend, and then we even have a lot of racing vehicles. So we have a Chevelle that's going to be racing. We have another Gen 5 Camaro. There's a wide range of things that we offer parts for, and if it's something that's not on our website, we can get it for you, but it doesn't matter who you are, what type of customer you are. One of the main guys that we had used to just be a small-time customer. Now he's a full-time manufacturer for himself, working for himself and building customer vehicles. So, we try to support everybody no matter the size of you, whether you're big or small. It's still windy here.
And if someone's interested in learning more about your products, learning more about you guys as a business, where would you suggest they go? You mentioned a website?
Yeah, so psiconversion.com, or give us a call, go to our website. It's going to be the easiest way, but psi.com, psiconversion.com is going to be the best way to get to us. So happy to help you out with anything.
Cool. Thank you so much, Bobby.
Yeah,
I
pleasure
really
meeting you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Bill with Holley.
Yep.
You're like the big boss man.
Nah, I'm the little boss man.
Little boss man. This is my first time ever at Holley LS Fest, any
West.
of them, West, because there's multiple different ones in different locations.
Yep, there's 3. Well,
And-
we're glad you're here.
I am just grateful. I'm really glad that I came here today to kind of figure everything out, because it's gonna, as you said, it's
Yeah.
gonna get pretty crazy.
It's gonna get wild. Come Saturday, there will be walking room only. You know, every piece of pavement is
You're gonna be
taken
like-
up with a car, and you're gonna love it.
It's gonna be great. What started LS Fest?
So we started LS Fest in 2010 in Kentucky, in our hometown in Bowling Green, and so Holley is 116 years old, and we're known for carburetors. Like on every NASCAR team, every drag car uses Holley carburetors to win races, and you know, the factory Camaros and Mustangs back in the heyday of muscle cars came out with Holley. If they had a hypo engine, it had a Holley on it, and so that's what we're known for. But so in 2010, we were going into our next evolution of fuel injection, as well as components for LS engines. And so the LS engine was real modern and wasn't like, we weren't really connected to that with our brand. And so we said, hey, like we could put ads places and say that Holley has LS stuff, or we could do a cool party and show them how much we like the LS stuff and show them our parts in action and get to know the community. And it was small the first year. I think we had 200 cars and 1,500 people. And now LS Fest in Bowling Green's like 40,000 people and 2,500 cars. And this event here is catching the size of that even. So, and then even LS Fest Texas was our biggest first year LS Fest ever. And so, it's like a movement, and we feel like we've helped show people how cool the LS engine is and versatile, and how much power you can make out of it, and how reliable it is. And like now the Holley name is synonymous with LS.
And I've noticed that there's so much, like the culture is very strong where people all want to help each other, and you have multiple different brands with booths here, and everybody is like, Holley's helping them, they're helping, like everybody seems well connected in that way.
Yeah, so what's crazy is you got like so many different disciplines. You know, you got drag racing and autocross, and we got off-road trucks, and we got drifters, and we got a donut pit, and those are all different cultures. They're like a subculture, but everybody respects everybody and what they've done with the LS engine, so they're like, they want to check out each other's use. Like, what did you do? How did you do this? What do you use to make this power? Or how do you tune? Or, you know what I mean? And so everybody, it's like a big family here, and it's super fun, and so this is all just for fun. There's nothing serious about this. Like, certainly people want to win, but if they don't, so what? As long as they came and had fun, you know, because of the amount of people that come, the amount that are going to be winners is tiny. And so we know that, like, the whole point of even being in this hobby is to have fun. And so, like, that's the tone we want to set. And they grabbed onto it. And, like, it's literally, it's not our community, it's like their community. And so we're just, like, fanning the flame. And we'll see these little subcultures pop up, like the donut pit, right? They wanted that was a thing that we saw, and so we got to know those guys and gave them a pit and a safe place to do their stuff, and now that's a community at LS Fest. And same with pre-runners or whatever, right? And so it's really it's pretty cool.
Do you have future goals? Like, what do you want it to look like moving in the future? Are you just kind of going with the
Not
flow?
really. We just go with the flow, and if we see a little a spark, we'll fan it. You know, I mean, the goal is always to not get stagnant, which is hard to do when you got something this crazy.
Yeah.
It's already a lot going on. It's a lot to manage and a lot to, like, to add more is pretty wild. This is probably one of the most active event types in the automotive aftermarket. Like, most events don't do this much stuff in one weekend.
And they usually do one type of race,
yeah,
not
mostly,
all of the different.
yeah. But I mean, we've kind of started a trend there too. People love all this, like, you know, this much action, and so, you know, I don't know, for the future, just like more fun.
Just keep. I love that.
Like our team, like, we want to like enjoy it ourselves. So like when we started a burnout contest at LS Fest 7, 8, 10, 9 years ago, we're like, no, we're not doing it on the starting line at a drag strip burnout. Like, we're going to do Australian style. Like, there's a pit, go out there, and you got a minute and a half to like do what you could do in a big area. Like, so like we always, because we'd want to watch it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We saw all the old stuff, and we didn't. There people at that time they weren't doing that many types of burnout contests in here in America. Now they're everywhere.
And that's what's going to make it better too, because you guys are invested in the passion, and you're not just doing it. You're doing it for fun, for you guys to enjoy it, and that's going to make it even better. And you can see that just in how the culture has formed.
Yeah. So like it's, you know, so the autocross, for example, I'd autocross some, and so, but what was always confusing is you get, you know, out the gate, there's a lot of cones. It's like a sea of orange cones out there. And you got to pick out the ones that are laying down and pointing with you to go. And I'm like, well, you spend 2 or 3 laps of your day just trying to learn the course before you can go fast, because you're just trying to see your way through the cones. And I'm like, let's get some yellow, bright yellow cones to be the pointers. And so you got all the orange ones, and then you got your yellow ones pointing you, so you can quickly, you're faster earlier in the day, right? So it's like, how can we be car guys and help the other car guys, right? And so that's what and the same thing with our parts. Like, we know when we swap a LS engine, like these are the things that we had problems with, so let's create a part that solves that, like our oil pan and our, you know, our exhaust manifolds and motor mounts and stuff, right? Transmission cross members, like this is the way we think this is the way it should be swapped, not just hacked together at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone is watching this or have heard about you guys and want to get involved, want to either come to view or have their car somehow involved, how would you suggest they go about?
Just go to lsfest.com and sign up.
Awesome.
Pretty much the only thing that sells out really quick is the autocross. So you gotta like be waiting for it to go live. Like Bowling Green LS Fest just turned on last week, and we sold out 250 autocross spots in like a couple hours.
Wow.
Like, people just waiting, and then they grab one, or you just don't get in because we don't have that much track time, you know. And so, but other than that, you know, you can pretty much get in one still.
Are there like requirements?
Just don't wait till the last minute.
Are there like requirements for people?
Yeah. So we have safety requirements for sure. Like, so for our drag racing, we follow NHRA safety rules. So you need to go to, and our website says this, like, you got to follow NHRA rules for your car and how fast you're going and what class, you know, you want to run in. And so then they would go to NHRA's website, read their safety rules. I got to have this kind of harness. I got to wear this kind of helmet. Whether I need a fire suit or not. Do I need a loop on my, you know, for my drive shaft? You know, depending on how fast each car is, has different rules. So, so we follow like industry best practices. And some of our companies, Holley has like 70 brands, and so like 4 of our brands are safety. So we have Simpson and Stilo helmets and, you know, suits, and Race Quip fire suits and helmets and belts, and Hans devices. And so like we're really big into showing people how to do stuff safely.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's kind of like part of our job as an industry leader. Like early on in our off-road pit, I'll tell you, here in Vegas, like some of the pre-runner kids, they're just, you know, just desert dirt guys, right? And they just run and they're wild. And so they came here, and we're kind of more structured, like to keep them safe. So they didn't even have fire suits. They were in flip-flops. And so they were pretty mad at us the first year, you know, and then we like, you know, became friends with them. They all got safer. And the first one that crashed, and, you know, he came back and thanked us, like, thanks for making me do this safe, right? So like that's part of what we do too. And we learn from this. Like as a company, we learn, you know, what people want and what they're doing well, what they're not doing, you know, what parts we need to make next. And so
I even noticed that with the media, the Zoom to talk to all the media people, you guys were very safety first. Don't do anything that you don't ask for permission versus, and I really appreciate that, because that's how you continue going without, you know, people getting injured for reasons that you could prevent. So that, I think that's really
knock
cool.
on wood, we try our best, you know, motorsports is motorsports, but like we've even had, like, I'll stop something. Like we've had the off-road going before with too many media members getting in a spot on that track that's unsafe, and if a truck gets out of sorts, they're going to, you know, in a bad spot. So I'm just like, time out, move all those people. Yeah. Like I'm like really like watching for stuff like that, because it's, you know, there's a lot of moving parts here, and like, you know, we don't want anybody hurt.
Yeah, I appreciate that personally too.
We're trying.
Well, thank you, Bill, so much. I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm so excited for this event.
Okay, well, take it all in, and then go back, and you're going to drive your Camaro for a while with that 383, and then 2 or 3 years, I'm going to predict you're going to swap to an LS engine.
He's predicting it now.
I'm just calling it out. Remember this moment.
I'm listening to all the cars do, I guess they're getting times for drag racing tomorrow. Wanted to walk over here to see if they're still doing it. I think they're about to do one. This is what all the stands look like here at the drag strip. One thing that I find really interesting is how they're working on this track. This guy has, I don't know what it is, it's got flames on the end, and he's heating up the track. That's pretty cool. There's a lot more cars showing up now. You can see them kind of staging behind all these areas here. I'm wrapping my way back, so I'm backtracking from where I came. Since the dirt track is over that direction, I didn't think to stop there on my way in. I just went right past it to see all this stuff. Backtracking over there, and then I'll probably head out to go get something to eat. Oh man, this weekend's gonna be full of surprises, full of really new things. Again, gratitude. That's the main emotion that I'm filled with right now. All right, you guys, I'm walking. I'm not gonna go up to the dirt track today because it looks like I'm gonna have to like walk up in there, and there's nothing going on in there right now anyway. I'll go up there when they're actually doing stuff. This is where they're gonna be doing the donut racing. There's gonna be a lot to see. I'm gonna do my best to see as much of it as possible. As of right now, I'm gonna go head back and get something to eat and edit this video so you guys can see it. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.